I'm here to share about speaking up about mental health and just struggling.
I chose to share my story today because I lost my brother to suicide in 2015, and ever since then I've continued to fight the stigma and create awareness around mental health.
I've had people close to me commit suicide, and I also struggle with mental health, and I think it's important for people to speak out so other people don't feel so alone. Thanks.
I think the term mental health has a lot of stigma attached to it.
Yeah, it's just something that we're still not talking about, right? Suicide, mental health, there's still these very taboo conversations.
Well, growing up, his nickname was Smiling Josh. The kid always had a smile on his face. The last kid you would think would ever,
Do this.
do what he did.
I lost my son, John, to suicide. We called him JT. He was a spark plug. My brain and my heart exploded at the same time. That's the only way I can explain it.
My sister-in-law was Sam. She was a Spitfire. Loved kids. Couldn't get enough. Unfortunately, one thing led to another, and she got to a point. I'll never forget it.
When you feel suicidal, it feels like dark, like a tunnel with no end. It feels very centered and alone, very alone.
It just felt like I was drowning in all this just heaviness.
I can't deal with this anymore. I'm tired of this. Like, I don't like feeling this way. Then, like, the thoughts start getting darker. I'm starting having flashbacks and everything else. And, like, I had all these plans. And was just trying to figure out which one I wanted to do and when was the perfect time.
You feel stuck, alive, and miserable, It's like, I didn't want to live anymore, but I didn't have the guts to actually end it. So I just felt trapped.
I've had my struggles for sure, and came narrowly close to taking my own life. And if it wasn't for my dear friend sitting next to me, it might have turned out differently, but thankfully, she was the one I called, and she knew right away, the second she answered the phone, what was going on. And without hesitation, jumped in her car and came to me and, got me where I needed to be.
There is a way to get help. You can go from a dark place to something different. Find someone you trust, go to a comfortable place, and tell someone what's going on. Reach out. It's hard. It sucks.
The first step I took was asking for help. It was actually accepting the fact that I needed help. The second step was asking for help.
Talking to somebody close to you, whether it's family, a friend, somebody you can trust.
To be honest, star 988, the suicide hotline number, that was kind of my saving grace. Even if you're not ready to talk about it, they'll talk to you about anything,
It's really hard to talk about. And that's really the beginning of, getting help and helping other people.
Talking about mental health matters because it shows that people aren't alone. And some people need to hear that from just outside their circle.
Talking about mental health matters because we need to end the stigma of mental health.
Because you matter. Again, you're not alone.
Talking about mental health matters because our mental health is just as important as our physical health.
Because people are still taking their own lives.
Because it affects everybody.
We want you here. You are important. There is a reason why you're here.
If you or someone you know is struggling, please know you're not alone. You can call or text 988 to connect to the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 24/7. Help is out there. Hope is real.